We all come from a struggle, from a grit, from a sort of trauma. How are you using that trauma and converting it into positivity?
I've had a very traumatic past. I've had a terrible, terrible childhood, and I had no power of what was happening to me. So growing up, it has been very, very important for me to be a woman empowered because of the fact that I had no power over my childhood. Now I have the choice. Now I can make changes. Now I can make my own decisions and, be a very powerful woman.
CHRISTY Ray is a resilient, compassionate, and purpose-driven entrepreneur who turned a life marked by trauma into a mission of empowerment. As the owner of CC Styling Studio, she uses her 19-plus years of expertise to restore confidence in clients and even offers free services to cancer patients in need.
My main journey right now is to try to get back to the world. I'm offering free permanent makeup and scalp micropigmentation to cancer patients anywhere. They're going through the most traumatic time of their life, dealing with that. And if there's something I could do to help them, that is my passion. Making men and women look and feel amazing about themselves inside and out.
It spans the globe like a super high-speed internet. Elvis Presley. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone. It's not over until I win.
The Living Your Legacy podcast for those who live to leave a legacy.
That's extraordinary. The impossible has happened. Oh, that is sensational. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Usain Bolt is the fastest man on the planet. You can live your dream.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Living Your Legacy podcast, the Woman in Power edition. Joining me today is CHRISTY Ray. That actually rhymed. She is joining us today, fresh off her episode. CHRISTY, how do you feel?
I feel amazing. It's been such a great experience.
Who are you? What brings you to town? And why do you feel like you were chosen to be a woman in power?
I'm here. We drove down from a little fishing village of Cortez fishing village. I was born and raised. What brings me down here is I've had a very traumatic past. I was grown up in a very abusive relationship with my father and mother when I was a little girl. My dad was an alcoholic. He beat my mother. My earliest memory was him having my mom down on the ground and she was purple and he was beating her almost half to death. And my big brother got in the middle of it and tried to help my mom. And my dad ended up hitting my brother and breaking his arm. And then at the age of 7, I was raped. I've had a terrible, terrible childhood. I struggled with an alcohol problem for many years, turned my life around, became a certified pastor, opened my business, and I deserve to be on Women in Power because I've turned my whole life around. I offer free permanent makeup and scalp micropigmentation to cancer patients. I do that to give back to the community. So I feel I have a big impact with that right now. So it's been a blessing being here.
And it's a blessing to have you here. Let's break down this list. I gotta go for the scalp pigmentation. That's a killer business.
It's tattooing of the head.
I'm familiar. Yeah. I may grab a business card from you because I've been curious about it.
Yeah, it's really neat stuff.
I'm lucky because I have a crazy amount of hair and I've entered into my 40s and I've lost half of it, but some of it is still there. But I was like, dude, I kind of just want to shave it off and just get a cool killer tattoo.
You do. You can get any pattern up front or anything. It's amazing.
but then folks are like, well, no, we don't need to go with the crazy. You can actually just emulate the
applying natural pigment.
Correct.
It's tiny dots that mimics the look of real hair follicles, making it appear like you have a full head of hair.
Yeah, and it works. I'm a believer.
Yes, it does. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, and talk about giving back. I come from I'd want to compare apples to oranges. That's a terrible thing to do, but we all come from a struggle, from a grit, from a sort of trauma, generational, present, 5th generational trauma. How are you using that trauma and converting it into positivity?
Well, going through what I went through when I was a little girl, I was not in control and I had no power of what was happening to me. So growing up, it has been very, very important for me to be a woman empowered because of the fact that I had no power over my childhood. Now I have the choice. Now I can make changes. Now I can make my own decisions and, you know, be a very powerful woman. I kind of change the whole mindset about it and try to make the good, you know, the good out of everything.
Absolutely, 100%. I love your outfit. I love your nails.
Thank you.
Talk about this avatar. Talk about this vessel.
It's pink. Everything is glitz and glam and bling. It's just, that's how I am. My whole bedroom is, everything is pink. I have a pink round bed, my vanity, my desk, my dressers. I have a pink Cadillac SUV. My salon is pink. My house is gray with pink trim. It's just what I love. I think it's cute. It's girly. It's my thing. Pink is my color.
Well, that's quite the contrary. I thought you'd be dark and black and broody. You've been through hell and back. Why aren't you? Why aren't you what people are expecting you to be?
Make it sparkle, make it shine. I got to make something good out of something bad. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I got to make my life better, make it bright and colorful, and you know.
I love it. I love it. Well, how are you, your personal ministry, how are you getting your voice, your message out there?
I'm actually a certified pastor in the state of Florida. I got my associates in theology in 2012. And my salon is a very personable one-on-one, and I play Christian music.
Wow.
And I'm also like a counselor when I'm doing permanent makeup and everything, talking to the women. Sometimes I even pray with the women. So, I mean, I've even brought a couple people to the Lord before. I've saved a couple people. I actually baptized my grandson at 6 weeks old. So doing that is just, it's a real blessing. You know, my children were raised in the church. I was raised in the church. So I just think it's something amazing.
Talk about what it is like being raised in the church for folks that are listening that don't quite understand what that means. Even my perception of a church doesn't have to be a physical structure. It can be a tribe.
It could be anywhere. You can make a church out of your bedroom. I pray all day long, you know, anywhere I'm at. If, you know, just reaching out to the Lord in any way possible. You know, it's really neat because it will give you strength. It's what's gotten me through all of my trials and tribulations in life. Even as a little girl, my mom taking me to church. When I was in bad situations, I'd just close my eyes and pray and, you know, kind of blank everything out that was going on and get through it. But being a pastor and being able to pray with my clients and stuff like that, it's a different dynamic. It's kind of like something that they don't expect, but it's something literally where they'll start crying and appreciate. Not only do they leave my salon feeling great on the outside, but it's something that's very neat because they leave the salon feeling great on the inside and a better person as well. So it's a neat concept. I
love the concept. Some of my favorite YouTubers are the folks that are, you know, preaching the word in the living room, and they're speaking like they're speaking to thousands of folks. Exactly. They're really just by themselves, and they're manifesting in their head. Let's see, where can we take this conversation? What will we learn about you in your episode?
You will learn about me that I've been through a lot in my life. I've been through a lot. I just lost my mother 2 years ago, May 15th. 2023. It's been something that's very traumatic in my life. I lost my best friend. I lost my hero. I lost myself when it happened. I literally shut down the salon for 6 months. I didn't want to do anything, but of course, through prayer and going to church and getting the strength back up, the only thing that I wanted to do is make her proud. So I've literally doubled my revenue in a year by wanting to make my mom proud, just throwing 120%, not 100%, throwing 120% into my business. And
well, 200%, 100%, mom and you.
Yes, just making her proud every single day of my life. You know, even when we were shooting the episode, I have a picture of her with her death date and everything that I had in their tripod next to me.
Wow.
And then I had a necklace on with her picture on it. She's always with me. I'm just making her proud. That's one thing that's really helped me in life to further my business. And, you know, it's been something that's been real deep to my heart.
Speak about your mission today, how are you getting your voice out there? You said you have your salon. When folks walk in, are they looking for a redo of their hair or a redo of the heart and soul? Like who are your
They
clientele?
come in wanting to do their hair, their permanent makeup, or their scalp micropigmentation, not knowing really wholeheartedly what they're getting themselves into.
Right.
So it's very, when we have clients come to the salon, they love it. They always come back. And I mean, and like my salon, my clientele, they're like family. They're not just a customer. They're not just a number. You know what I mean? They're wholeheartedly family. They just become very good friends. Repeat clients. Customer satisfactory is number one. You know what I mean? If your clients aren't happy, you don't have a business. So that's a lot of it right there.
Well, you know what they say, the moment you gain a client, you start to lose them.
Right. Yeah.
So I gotta ask, what are your daily affirmations? What are your superstitions? And the reason why I ask is because a lot of people think, oh, you only pray when you need something or you're in trouble. No, prayer is a lot like meditation.
No, I pray. I thank God every day for my blessings. You know what I mean? I have amazing grandchildren. I have a wonderful family. I'm very family oriented. My family means everything to me. My daughter and I are best friends. We work together, live together, play together. I have 3 amazing grandchildren that are my life. My 3-year-old grandson, he calls me Gammy, and he's my heart and soul. We live together. He sleeps with me.
Oh.
So praying, I don't just ask for money or make my business succeed or things like that. I thank the Lord on a daily basis of my blessings that I have. I'm very grateful for where I am in life right now. And I wouldn't have got where I'm at today without the grace of God. So, I mean, that's the truth.
For folks that are still kind of skeptical listening to your story or watching your episode, how can someone, find the courage to walk into a church or find their own ministry, find the Word of God? What would you recommend, especially for someone that
First thing I would recommend is for them to pray about it. Even if you don't know how to pray, just say, like, "Dear Lord, teach me how to pray. Help me learn to pray." And that right there will start the journey. And then, Google a church near me, but my church is The Bridge. I've been a member for over 40 years. It's been the same church. I've been there longer than the pastor that is there now. I started going there when I was a little girl. So the pastor, Pastor Mark Alt, I was there before he even started working there, and this was 30 years ago. So start off by praying about it. And if you don't know how to pray, just act like you're talking to your buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, to begin with, just
stare in the mirror and start talking.
Exactly.
And then close your eyes.
And close your eyes and start talking, and before you know it, you'll be in the church clapping and singing along, and things in your life are going to start changing for the better.
Yeah, you'll start to realize your breathing patterns will change.
Yes, you're more of a calm person, and I mean, it's a great feeling.
And then things will start to manifest. That green light turn quicker for you. You find that parking spot sooner. Little blessings, and once you start to recognize the frequency, you start to ascend. Speaking of ascension, how can folks find you and continue to support your journey and learn more about you?
They can find me by Googling CC Styling Studio. That is capital C, styling, like you're styling your hair, studio. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. We have the website, which my website is ccstylingstudio.net. And my main journey right now is to try to give back to the world, not just my community.
Oh, yeah.
I'm offering free permanent makeup and scalp micropigmentation to cancer patients anywhere. They're going through the most traumatic time of their life, dealing with that. And if there's something I could do to help them, that is my passion. Making men and women look and feel amazing about themselves inside and out. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing to do what I do. It's not working. It's a passion. I started this journey when I was about 13 years old. I used to take my scissors to school and cut my teacher and bus driver's hair. On picture day, all the kids in the neighborhood would come over, and I'd do their hair and makeup for pictures. At my mother's restaurant, the Cortez Cafe, I used to line the old men out the back door, $10 a haircut when I was a young girl. My journey started when I was very young. I knew from a young age I was going to be a salon and spa owner one day. So my journey started, before I even knew it.
Wow. And that's honestly the hard part.
Yeah.
to find your passion, your drive, and your grit so
it
early
found
on.
me. It as a little girl, it found me. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. Like, I don't go to work. I go to play.
To play.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
I
jumping
love
in.
it. I'm into it. I love it. My daughters followed in my footsteps. We're a local mother and daughter duo. We're a full service hair salon. She does all the hair. She's one of the top advanced color specialists in the state.
Right on.
She does all the hair. I do all the permanent makeup and scalp micropigmentation. We have built this business from the ground up. We just took it by the horns and just started running with it.
Look at you go.
Yeah, we'll never look back. So hopefully we'll leave the legacy to my grandchildren. But the main thing right now is the free permanent makeup and scalp micropigmentation. I want to be able to give back to people that I can. If there's something I can do to help somebody in life, you know, that's just it's a passion of mine to be able to do that.
Right on, Christy Ray. Is there anyone you want to say hi to in the salon? I have a feeling you're going to play this in the salon on loop over and over again. For anyone watching, hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Just so happy to be here. So happy to have everybody help us grow. And thank you for all your love and support at CC Styling Studio, supporting me and my daughter. It's been a blessing. And just want to say, love you, Mama, and I hope I'm making you proud.
Christy Ray, thank you so much for your time and
you.
energy. I hope
It's
you
been
had
a
a
pleasure
lovely
meeting you.
Same here. Tons of blessings. I feel the energy. Gosh,
Wonderful.
I love it. And with that, that concludes another episode of the Living Your Legacy podcast, the
Thank
Women in
you.
Power edition. Christy Ray, thank you so much.